To understand the current state of women's professional tennis is to witness a fascinating transition period where legendary veterans, mid-career stalwarts, and an unprecedented wave of teen prodigies collide. Examining the World Tennis Association's top 20 rankings in ascending order, from number 20 down to the coveted crown at number 1, reveals a story not just of points and statistics, but of raw human resilience, tactical evolution, and shifting athletic generations. Anchoring the 20th spot is Ekaterina Alexandrova, a player whose blistering flat strokes can dismantle even the most methodical game plans when she finds her cadence. Alexandrova embodies the traditional hard-court striker: minimal wind-up, deep ground strokes, and an unwavering commitment to controlling the center of the court. Just ahead at 19th sits Sorana Cîrstea, a veteran whose long-standing presence on tour remains a masterclass in professional longevity. Decades into her career, Cîrstea's aggressive return of serve and tactical flexibility continue to frustrate younger rivals who struggle to match her competitive instinct. Sitting at 18 is Diana Schneider, a versatile player whose heavy, spinning ball trajectory and fearless approach on big points have fueled a rapid ascent. Occupying the 17th slot is Iva Jovic, another standout representative of the newest generation pushing into the upper ranks. Jovic plays with a composure that belies her relative youth, combining clean stroke mechanics with an innate ability to construct points patiently rather than relying solely on raw power. Right above her at 16 is Jasmine Paolini, whose dynamic footwork and infectious energy have made her a fan favorite across tour stops. Paolini compensates for her height with sheer explosive speed, redirecting deep ground strokes with incredible pace and manufacturing angles that break open tight rallies. 15th place belongs to Belinda Bencic, as she brings her trademark instinctual timing and early ball-taking ability. Bencic plays almost inside the baseline, taking time away from her opponents and turning defensive situations into instant tactical counterattacks. At 14 is Alexandra Eala, a player whose presence in the top tier represents a milestone of historical significance. As the first Filipino player to break into the WTA's upper echelon, Eala brings a distinct rhythm to the court: gritty baseline rallies, exceptional court coverage, and a left-handed topspin forehand that keeps opponents perpetually on the back foot. Holding down the dynamic perimeter of the top 20, her recent breakthrough into this elite tier signals a broader geographical expansion for the modern sport. Rising to 13th is four-time Grand Slam champion Naomi Osaka. Osaka's journey back into the upper reaches of the world rankings has been one of the most compelling narratives on tour. Her game remains anchored by one of the most lethal first serves in tennis history, paired with an unyielding forehand that can clear the net with absolute precision. Seeing Osaka re-establish herself among the game's elite adds immense depth and marquee star power to the tour's upper brackets. At 12th sits Victoria Mboko, a powerhouse athlete whose rapid rise has caught the attention of players and analysts alike. Mboko combines physical strength with clean, explosive ground strokes, representing the cutting edge of the modern game's emphasis on court coverage and pure athletic versatility. Positioned just outside the top 10 at 11th is Marta Kostyuk, a fierce competitor whose emotional intensity on court is matched by her remarkable athleticism. Kostyuk plays high-risk, high-reward tennis, thriving in high-stakes moments where her quick reflexes and net-closing skills can decide a match. Breaking into the top 10 at the 10th position is Amanda Anisimova. Known for having some of the cleanest ball striking on tour, Anisimova takes the ball exceptionally early, flattening out her backhand to drill winners down the line with effortless motion. Her presence in the top 10 marks a triumphant return to form after navigating personal and physical challenges, reminding the tennis world of her natural talents. 9th place is held by Elina Svitolina, a model of consistency and relentless defensive transition. Svitolina's game is built on a foundation of elite movement, court intelligence, and an extraordinary capacity to extend rallies until her opponent misfires. Her ability to maintain top-tier consistency over a long period speaks to an incredible mental discipline and tactical maturity. Sitting at 8th is former world number 1 Iga Swiatek. Swiatek's unique heavy topspin forehand and world-class slide mechanics on all surfaces have earned her multiple major trophies. While slight adjustments in point totals have placed her in the 8th slot this week, Her game remains a standard for intensity, baseline control, and ruthless point construction. Every match featuring Swiatek carries championship gravity, as opponents know they must play flawless tennis to break down her movement. At 7th and 6th stand two Czech stars who represent different facets of their nation's remarkable tennis pipeline: Linda Noskova and Karolina Muchova. Noskova, at 7th, relies on a bone-crushing serve and flat, penetrating ground strokes that keep her opponents constantly defending. Muchova, at 6th, offers a complete contrast in style, a modern master of variety who utilizes backhand slices, delicate drop shots, and crisp serve and volley play. Muchova brings an artistic flair to the sport that makes her matches must-watch theater. Rounding out the top 5 at 5th position is Mira Andreeva, the youngest player in this elite group. Andreeva plays with a tactical intelligence far beyond her years, effortlessly reading her opponent's body language and adjusting her shot selection on the fly. Her rise into the top 5 confirms that the next generation isn't merely knocking at the door. They have arrived and are contending for the sport's biggest titles. In 4th position is Coco Gauff, whose physical gifts and championship pedigree have made her an anchor of modern women's tennis. Possessing world-class footwork, a lethal backhand, and an elite competitive fight, Gauff covers the court with unmatched speed. Her ability to turn defense into instantaneous offense makes her one of the most difficult opponents to finish off in 3-set battles. Holding down the 3rd spot is Jessica Pegula, the epitome of elite consistency and tactical clarity. Pegula's flat, compact strokes allow her to absorb pace effortlessly and redirect balls deep into the corners with surgical precision. She rarely beats herself, forcing opponents to work through rigorous, mistake-free baseline exchanges that test physical endurance and mental fortitude. At 2nd position sits Elena Rybakina, whose game is defined by power and composure. Armed with arguably the most effortless serve on the tour, Rybakina can rack up free points at will. Her calm demeanor on court hides a ruthless offensive game plan designed to blow opponents off the baseline within 2 or 3 shots. When Rybakina finds her rhythm, her game feels near impossible to break down. Finally, standing atop the tennis world at world number 1 is Aryna Sabalenka. Sabalenka's reign at the summit is built on unyielding, overwhelming power paired with a refined tactical discipline. Known for her blistering serve and crushing ground strokes from both wings, she commands the court with absolute authority. Her rise to and preservation of the top spot reflects not just raw athletic talent, but a transformation into a complete player capable of winning matches even when her absolute best tennis isn't clicking. Together, these 20 athletes form a vibrant tapestry of modern women's tennis. From rising teenage sensations to Grand Slam legends, the diversity of playing styles, origins, and personal journeys at the top of the WTA makes every tournament an unpredictable, thrilling spectacle.